Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Hilchot Shmitah, Shir number 10, and we'll be dealing with the question of whether Shmitah today is Midoraita, Rabanan, or possibly not even obligatory at all. First question goes back to whether there is Kedushat Haaretz today. Kedushat Haaretz, I don't mean in a metaphysical way, I mean in a halachic manner. So Yeshua conquered the land, and we certainly had Kedushat Haaretz then. Then we were exiled in the first temple, first Mikdash was destroyed. According to Rav Yossi, the Kedusha at that point was lost. The Kedushat Haaretz depended on the Jews living in Israel during Yeshua's times and onward, and once we were kicked out, that ended the halachic status of Kedusha. And Rav Yossi holds that way. Lamaisa, the Rambam, and others hold that the Kedusha still exists today. Once Ezra came, and he came with the 40,000 or so olim, they didn't have a kivash, a conquest in a military manner, but they had a kinyan chazaka. They lived here with the permission from the kings. And because of that, their Kedusha was actually more permanent than Yehoshua's Kedusha, which emanated from conquest. So therefore, we hold there is Kedushat Haaretz today. That the Kedusha of Ezra is Kitcha Shaita for that time, and La'asid Lavo in future as well. So we do have the Kedushat Haaretz. Now we have Kedushat Haaretz. The question is, what other ingredients are needed to make Shmitah Midoraita? The question really could be applied to all the mitzvot Tliyot Ba'aretz. Teruma, Maasair, Orla, Challah. Are these mitzvahs dependent on anything else besides Kedushat Haaretz? Are there other factors involved? And each mitzvah needs to be explored. Challah, for example, clearly is dependent on Rov, Biyat Kulchem. You need to have a majority of the Jews in order for Challah, Hafrashat Challah to be Midoraita, which means today it is Rabanan, it is not Midoraita. And Yetz Hashem, in the next few years, the way it looks statistically, we will have a majority of Jews here again, which would make Challah Midoraita. It's a very exciting event. First time in almost 2,800 years that the majority of Jews will be here already by the end of the first temple, 120 years before the temple was even destroyed. Once the 10 tribes were exiled, that was the end of the majority. And the second temple era, we never had the majority of Jews here, and it hasn't been that way. So it's a very, very special event and a beautiful sign of Kibbutz Galiot, the ingathering of the exiles. So once we have that magnificent event, and we have the majority of Jews here, then Challah will become from Midoraita, because we have the two ingredients necessary, Kedushat Haaretz and Rov, majority. The question is, what other mitzvot do we need to have Rov? Teruma and Maasair is not clear. And there are those that say you don't need Rov, you just need Kedushat Haaretz. The Gra Ibid and others hold that way. That Shita made its way into the Shulchan Aruch as a Shita, that all you need for Teruma and Maasair is Kedushat Haaretz, and therefore Teruma and Maasair is today Midoraita. However, the Rambam does not hold that way. He holds that just like Challah you need to have Rov, so too Teruma and Maasair you need to have Rov. And therefore Teruma and Maasair today is Rabanan, it is not Midoraita. And Teruma and Maasair also, we are waiting for Rov in order to make that Midoraita. The Shulchan Aruch brings that sheet as well, and the poskim there say that that is the minhag, to treat Teruma and Maasair and Challah as a Rabbanan mitzvah today until we have Rov Yetz Hashem. Where does Shmitah fit in with all of this? What do we need? Do we need just Kedushat Haaretz? Do we need Rov? Do we need the Mikdash? Do we need all the Shvatim back home? These are a very, very important questions. Yetz Hashem, we're going to address that in the next Shmitah Shir. Shalom.